Yeah, even a half hour early sometimes wouldn't be a bad idea. Just to freak people out, you know.
Who wants to go early?
Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. We are Father and Son's Trimmer Tutorials, back again for another Friday
D-Day
night
show. Yeah.
Friday night leave show. Leave live.
Boy, I tell you, it has been so smoky around here the last few days. My goodness. There's a fire up near Roseburg that's amazingly blowing the smoke down from up there now.
That's where it's all coming from.
Yeah. But still, I mean, we get a little bit of smoke from the fires down south yet. I tell you, the wind's been blowing this way, and man, the last couple of days I have really tried not to go outside if I have to. Man.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot thicker than last week or so.
Yeah. Well, last week, yeah. I mean, you could still see the sun pretty good, but at night, it was cleared up, so you really saw the stars well. So, but still, all this smoke is really cutting off the UVs and stuff for the plants, and I just hope people's plants aren't messing up too bad. And I was worrying about our friends over in Klamath, that moved over there with their site and stuff, or their grow, and over there in the base, man, it gets socked in. It'll stay socked in for days or weeks at a time.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah.
Oh, double dispo, Tokes Outdoor, Glenn, Mr. Gross, Sergio. Good to see you.
Gee, everybody's online already. Awesome.
Guys. Oh yeah.
I wanted to at least come in and say hello. Good evening, Toke.
Appreciate that, my friend.
Hey, that
I called you last weekend and you didn't pick up, so you said you wanted to chat. I called the chat.
Tokes Outdoors is the one we got the mother of all cherries from, right?
Yep.
Man, it's turning out to be a pretty plant. I cleaned it all out.
Getting bigger?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's about this tall now and about that big around.
We got that in
but it's
late.
Starting to set.
We got that in late.
Yeah, 4th of July. When we got to put in that in the Mysterion. And the Mysterion we got from Thomas is like almost 8 foot. Yeah. It looked just like a Christmas tree. It's really
Tokes
cool.
Outdoor, you have a great night and a great weekend as well, my friend.
Have a good evening.
Thank you. 671 Canada from Guam. What's up?
Very cool. Good evening.
Everybody over in Guam is doing good. Our buddy Ron that runs the diner. I know it's not a small island. You probably know him. Probably eating his food. Makes amazing food.
It does. I thought the candies that they sent from down there was great.
Ron's Diner. Anyway, we all say hello from the States over here.
Hello to Guam. Man,
Let's talk this week.
Chocolate peppers that he had. Them chocolate with red pepper in it.
Yeah.
Man, that was a good twist. That was good.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was.
Yeah. I really haven't smoked much here in the last few days either. Because, man, I've been having to run around with my respirator on,
Fucking Darth Vader.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, it's a filter that'll clean out anything. We got good ones when we got them, but man, it still takes a little bit of work breathing in and breathing out, and
right.
It's not just like letting your lungs do it.
So, Activist Granny 2.0, what is going on? Happy Friday.
Good evening.
These things are
getting big.
These are bushes.
Yeah.
Look at some of these ones. This one and this one in the corner. I brought these two together to make just a big old spear. Make a big old spear out of this one and this one.
Then the bottom
right
of it. Yeah, cool.
Just brought in a couple of the smaller branches there.
Good.
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah, tomorrow or sometime this weekend we'll be giving our babies in the garden another shot of the amendments, the back guana and stuff. But we've been giving them the 10-30-20 for a little better than a week now.
Yeah.
So, they're setting up really good. They're setting up really nice. Mother of all cherries is really starting to kick in. I thought it was going to be slow.
Nice.
But no, it's starting to kick in. So
yeah, all the Acapulco Gold plants outside are starting to flower. They got good size some size buds on them now.
Yeah, I've got buds on the Acapulco Gold, on our Gnome Candy right next to it, and then the Mysterion and the mother of all cherry pollinate. We just don't have any extra platinum dosy mail. And so, yeah.
I don't think we do. Like we got quite a bit of pollen.
Yeah, but there's some of it that we just,
Certain strains we don't have that we've already grown.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll hope we still have another seed or two of the platinum dosy somewhere.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to say I think we do.
And we'll just have to look through the seed trunk or something sometime or another.
The stash. Stash.
Activist Granny, what have you been up to? Oh, Rhonda's on there. Cool.
My Gnome Candy hates me. It still hasn't shown its sex yet. You know, sometimes with the Gnome Candy,
it waits.
It waits, but also sometimes giving it a good clean out or a good trim will kick it into gear.
Yeah, encourage it to progress better. That's the way it was in that video you just posted about my cleaning the Gnome Candy.
Yeah.
To see it now, you'd never hardly notice that we did. So, but most of the plants we got them cleaned out, and you can still see the light through them all the way when you walk around them. So,
nice.
Be patient, Glenn. It'll work.
Hopefully, it's female. Cross your fingers. Rhonda Parrish is in the house. What is going on, Rhonda? We're good.
No, you don't need to top it unless you want to, but remember, if you do, use that grafting tar on the top. It does help. No, it's different. No.
I was thinking other.
Yeah, long.
Oh, okay. So I haven't trimmed or topped it. Ah. How big is it, Glenn? Maybe giving it a good trim will encourage it to show. I know.
He's back in a little reception. Oh, bummer. I just sent a picture.
Yeah. Alaskan branch.
Yeah. And I found out why we haven't heard anything from the LVGC.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. No, they just decided with all the work they've had to do around their place, remodeling and stuff, they'd take the season off this year and they'll start up in the spring. So, yeah, I told them, well, that's cool.
That's no reason to stop communication.
Yeah, I said something about that.
Speak of the devil. Speak of the devil.
Hey, Preston.
No reason to stop communication. I already said it. Speak of the devil. LVGC is in the house, guys.
There. Is it hot and smoky down there?
Glenn, we're gonna make clones off of it, flip it, and go from there.
That's a good way to do it.
It's about 3 foot. Oh,
cool.
Shit.
Yeah, it's getting up there then. Well, when it's really starting to reach, that's a good time for it to start, to take clones and stuff. So that's when to do it.
I've been here. Where you been? I fucking messaged you, and I do believe I called you too.
Wow, Mr. Grow. I planted 4 Gnome Candies and got 4 females. Awesome.
Nice. Hell yeah. That's jackpot right there, my friend.
Very good. And I'm going to send my brother the Agent Orange and stuff. But I just poured a bunch out and spread them out and used a magnifying glass and looked at that little thing on the end on the theory that somebody said was female or male seeds.
Yeah.
So I put those in a separate little bag and put them back in with everything else. And I'm hoping that my brother there will go ahead and plant those and they'll turn out that way. I hope.
Yeah, maybe we should do a video on that. We can have like a certain amount of seeds. We'll separate them out. We'll look at them. Do that. We'll separate them out to what we think is male and what we think is female. Yeah.
Well, and we could start the plants or something maybe this fall after harvest when we do an indoor thing or something.
Plant those and see
how they come out.
See if we're right.
Yeah. Well, the guy says it's not foolproof, but he says if you can be real anal about it, and they kind of laugh about being anal, but he says you can't get up to 95 to 100%. So right. So. Nice. Yeah, it's hot.
Probably.
Really? Boy, are you lucky.
Affecting us much. Man, you guys are lucky. It is thick as hell up here.
Yeah.
damn. Yeah, I couldn't see 200 yards.
Yeah. And today was pretty bad, and it was bad right off the start because the sun. You didn't even. I mean, when the sun comes up through the trees, you look at it, it's blood red. You know, I mean, gonna be one of those days. Yeah,
Gonna be one of those days. What is this? This is the mother of all cherry.
Preston, Brother Deer says hello.
The Alaskan branch
Yes,
says hello to the Las Vegas branch.
Yeah. LBGC. The KGC. I wonder if Clay could call up that that video that we watched that told how to identify male and female seeds was on YouTube, and it was done. It said Twisted Tips. And it was spelled with a Z. So if you can find it on there, go ahead, because the guy did a really excellent job of getting really, really close, and you could see what he was talking about pretty easy. So. You can't just tap the screen like you can on a telephone to focus.
Right. Focus, motherfucker.
Yeah, no kidding. There you are.
Still not focused.
THC's coming up and everything. Very good.
I could trim this up just a little bit, but I kind of want to. I could clean up these little ones.
Yeah, that'd be the thing to do.
Could
clean up the little ones here. Because it's not the energy doesn't stop at the leaves. I mean, it's this part.
Kind of just wanted to see what it would do, since this is our first
try at it. Yeah.
First try growing the mother of all cherry.
These are taste testers. That's what they are.
Yeah.
Bong-sized taste testers. Yeah, I can't wait to try out the pollinate we're going to be doing. Like I said, I had a friend give me a white bag the other day. I thought it was kind of neat after us not having one, so I got 2 of them now.
Yeah, I could actually, I think probably need to choose a few limbs or so on. Maybe I'll just do a couple on the Acapulco Gold outside and go ahead and pollinate those, so that way they get started.
Yeah, doing one limb or something won't affect your plant as far as it changing its mind and putting all its energy to doing seeds. So
right.
Yeah, you do have to figure the time anywhere from. I'm not sure about how long it takes for outdoors, but indoors it took us 10 weeks, and that was kind of pretty good. But we figured 12 weeks would be better. So that's what 3 months. So
yeah,
got to get it. We got to be doing it here shortly.
Right. I'm gonna do it within. I'm gonna do it this weekend probably.
So
we got all the other plants pollinated. We got the Yeager pollinated, got the Blue Frost pollinated, got the Mysterion pollinated.
Cool.
So we got some new strains coming for you guys.
Yeah, ones we really taken liking to.
Yeah. Glenn, I think I have 2 different strains of Gnome Candy because I was Well,
you got one of the
because I have a shorter and bushier. You got the fucking silver.
You did.
You got the Gnome Candy silver.
Yeah, if it comes out with longer, skinnier leaves than the others, you got a throwback. But that's a excellent. We call it our silver. It's 1/2 of our original pollinating of our Gnome Candy. So, and it is a different high altogether.
It's shorter and bushier, and the other 2 are taller and stretchier.
Cool.
Stretchier, is that even a word?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's an elastic thing.
Yeah. So. Modern genetics, firing home, my friend. Hit the link. Fucking have a smoke sesh with us, my friend.
We are doing that.
I have a big bong. Those hairs are dang near platinum. I know, it just makes you want to just.
Yeah, come up a little higher.
These are all little taste testers.
Yeah. These 2 you should have took off. That's all right. They'll grow.
Take these two.
Yeah, off the bottom of the Mysterion, there's one big branch. I think it's probably big as my thumb, and it just comes out like this, and that's the one I'm going to pollinate. We'll leave the rest of the buds. I mean, yeah, it's just now starting to get right through the top of that 8-foot don't do that, support we got. I hope people outside kind of take notice of some of the supports we got, because they're just cattle panels. You can buy them at any Grange co-op probably, or something like that. Or they're the tractor service stores or something. Yeah, and you just bend them over, and fold them, and they work pretty good. We've got some that are kind of just square on the top, and some you can cut and they're bent a little. You can hang them on wire from the ceiling. In fact, here in the next day or two, me and George are going to put I got another piece of hog wire, put together. We're going to put it higher up on the Platinum Dosi.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because it's 4 foot out the top of the rack. I put on earlier.
That thing's fucking massive.
It is.
Yeah.
And there's, before I came, there's a branch that broke on one of the ones we got tied down.
Yeah.
But it's not wilted or anything.
Oh, that smells good.
Well, yeah, it does really good.
Wow.
So, but the one branch is just split, so we're gonna pull it back up and tie it, and then grafting char the hell out of it, and then just tie it so it's not gonna split no more.
Yeah.
We'll let it be. Yeah. So I
So,
was just kind of surprised at that today.
so Glenn, if you do have the Gnome Candy Silver, that is also, I think it's frostier.
Yeah.
It'll be more frostier than the Gnome Candy.
Yeah. Well, I think it's more powdery. The THC is really small and really fine on that stuff. So yeah. But if it's the right one, it's a sativa, and it's a totally different high.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice.
Where's Pocket? He's home taking care of the garden while I'm in town. That's what he's doing. And I tell you, I appreciate the hell out of him being here, because we have one more plant to do until we're actually caught up.
Glad.
Yeah, it's been pretty nice. He's added his touch to the garden and stuff. So yeah.
Gambler, what's going on, my friend? From down south. Let's see. Fast help. Down south. First week of flower. Humidity uncontrollable at night. Getting up to 80% temps in the 70s. Day temp 77 to 79. Humidity 65. What can I do, fellas?
Closet grow.
Closet grow. Fans.
That's right. Move the air.
Fans. Like if you have one or two, put another one in there.
Yeah. Another one, if you have, if you can put one for an exhaust or something to pull air out of your room, that would be a big help also.
Like just continuously circulate the air, pull air out to get any moisture and humidity out.
Yeah.
You could get,
if you're in a closet thing, then you got other, air in the other rooms that you're going to be drawing from.
You could get a dehumidifier. That'll help as well. Those things are amazing.
Yeah, they are. They work pretty good.
They do pull a lot of moisture out of the air.
So, yeah, just they can out of the air in your room or your house. They can pull out quite a bit. In your garden or something. I'm still, as long as it's not so overwhelmingly humid that it's going to drip or create mold. Just get something and move the air. In my indoor gardens, I've got 3 fans on the table and one up in the exhaust pulling, whenever the heat comes on, so it'll pull the air out. So it worked pretty well that way.
Glenn, it is now the stretcher. It is the better fit. It fits.
Get a dehumidifier. Yes, Glenn, that's a good
Definitely idea. Dehumidifier and
fans,
depending on how many you have already.
Yeah.
Let's see. Think about it.
What was this temperature in the room? 80, 75 to 80.
Let's see. 77 to 79. getting up to 80%.
Oh, per se, 80%
humidity. See, that's a lot.
Temp in the 70s isn't bad. No, it's not bad. When it gets up 90 or 100, it can be really hard. So that's when they stress.
Yeah.
First week of flower. All right. Humidity uncontrollable at night. Oh.
I'll let you know. Thanks, Glenn. AC. Let's see.
Humidity stays up. I know I need
multiple things.
Yep. That'd be a thing. If it stays where it's at, then get yourself a dehumidifier.
Yep. That right there will help out.
Yeah, but it's going to take some learning on where to set it and everything. So read your instructions, really. So I really fried one of my. I used it when I was dehydrating her, after harvest. It had one whole shed. I just dried them to a crisp overnight, practically. Because it just sucked everything out of the moisture out of the air. Yeah.
David Payne, what's going on, my friend? Good to see you. Hey, you said you'd be back.
I'm a beginner. 420 dark grower. A good temperature for flowering if you're indoors, or I don't know if you're indoors or outdoors. If you're outdoors and your temperatures are down, even down to 50 degrees, that won't bother them because that's a natural cycle for the plant. So if you're doing it indoors, don't be afraid to let it get, down to 60. 60 would be okay. 75 is getting up there. But that would be the best range for your flowering. But the plants being cold when they're flowering, that's a normal cycle. So as long as they're not freezing, you're okay. So that would be a good thing. Other than getting fans and moving things around like we told Gambler here. So just keep the air moving. My temps run in the upper 80s, lights on in the mid 70s when it's off. Yeah, that's about right. So 80s isn't bad, even with your lights. So
yeah, because in here right now it's 77.
Yeah.
77 right now,
which isn't too bad.
41% humidity.
Yeah. But your exhaust on some people, you got to put your exhaust up high. Like yours is way up here.
Let's see. I got a big old. Is it 8? I think that's
8 inches.
I think it's an 8-inch. I got a big old 8-inch, big old fan. It's got a thermostat on it, so if it gets so hot, it'll kick on and just start pulling the air.
That way, pulling from up high will pull all the heat. So it'll pull the heat from your lights up too. Now, Glenn, are you able to take your transformer off your light? You have I don't know if he's got a digital, a LED or not.
Yeah, Glenn, what kind of light do you got?
So, one thing about the heat, if you can.
What kind of light you running?
the heat and stuff we figured out comes from a lot of it comes from this transformer here, and separating the transformer from the light itself, it separates the heat problem. That for the light itself, it'll make your light last longer and separate your heat so that when you're pulling air out, it's not sitting up here on the back of the light, so you're not drawing heat from there.
Yeah. When I first got this light from Spider Farmer, I didn't even bother mounting it on the light. I just mounted it right there on the wall.
Yeah. No, we figured that out here a year or two ago about the lights,
because
they do get hot.
The plate with the LEDs is supposed to be a heat sink, and I thought it would work better as a heat sink just for the LEDs and not
have the extra heat on there. Yeah,
exactly.
That'll make it easier to pull the heat out of your room. So
my roots are trained. It's been in the upper 90s in Oklahoma.
420. It's very good.
It's looking really good.
A good temperature.
Thank you, David Payne.
Very good.
I just sprayed right before you got here. Shortly before.
I heard you pumping on something.
I was spraying. I was using the green cleaner, and I sprayed like 3/4 of a gallon on the underneath sides.
Yeah.
On the underneath sides of the plants. And then I mix up that. I ran out of that. I mixed up another gallon, and I sprayed that whole gallon on the upper side of those plants.
Well, I can tell you, I sure burnt some of my plants, in the garden. I did it too late, is what I did. And by the time it started getting really hot, the plants hadn't dried out yet. So you could really tell. It wasn't because I mixed the fertilizer or the spray, too thick,
Yeah.
Yeah, the pesticides. It wasn't that at all. It was because they were wet when it really started getting hot. So, but the other plants I spray them pretty early. You got to wait till it's like up to 50 degrees or something before you should spray. And yeah, so I do it then, and they dry out really good by the time it starts to warm up. And I haven't had any more burnt leaves like I did on those. Yeah, I felt like such a dolt,
420 dark grower, thank you. Your temp is around 75, 76 degrees. See, that's perfect.
Yep.
That's like, mine's 77 right now.
Yeah,
and it's
they really do.
It's like the perfect temperature in here right now. Thankfully, it hasn't been, it's really weird. We've had more days over 100 degrees this summer than last summer. But last summer I had heat issues in here.
Yeah.
Which is really weird. I would think that I would have had issues in here.
I think we had fewer, more cooler days between the hot spells.
I almost didn't run this indoor grow because
this time last year, it was really hot.
It was getting so hot, and I didn't want to have that issue.
Remember, you ended up losing two Girl Scout cookie plants or something.
2 Girl Scout cookie plants. That was the fucking pollination run that we were doing. All the plants in here we were pollinating.
Let the floor suck up.
Oh, that's right. You're using it. HLG 600R spec, and they recommend temps in the 80s for best growing environment. Well, we were just curious as to if you could remove the
transformer off the back of your light
and then bring it outside of your tent.
If you could separate them, that'd be a big help anyway. But yeah. No, we discovered that it was a big help to all the lights to remove those. So
we put them outside in the tent, put them on the concrete floor.
Let the floor suck up. They suck the heat up.
Concrete floors are like a giant heat sink.
Yes, they will.
Just be careful. Just be careful at night. They will get rather
cold,
rather chilly, and
yeah. And then somebody was asking about cold doing the plants or something, and I've always thought that like plants getting down to 60 degrees, that would be it's a normal cycle. Just be kind of careful you don't freeze your plants. And they're talking about watering the roots.
Yeah.
And when it freezes outdoors, normally it's this part of the plant that freezes, not the roots. So just be careful when you're watering with really cold water. Do it indoors. You could make it really cold, pretty cold water, 40-degree water, 30, something like that. And do that, and it may help them bud better.
No.
But I'm not sure for sure.
Yeah, we've had a few chilly mornings already.
Yeah.
All the way down to like at least 30.
Yeah, this morning was one of them. I turned the heat on for the first time since like April. Yeah.
Gambler, what do you guys
giving plants to max out? Terpenes and the potency.
High grade to be grown in high humidity.
Actually, they can. Yeah, you just like a high humidity thing. Just get something to move your air around a lot.
Nearing the end, we use the 550-18.
Yes, it's we get it from Jack's Professional. It's a 550-18 variegated violet formula, and for like the last month or something, we'll top it off with that. But we've tried something else called the Beastie Bloom, and that was really a good additive too.
Like honestly, it was
like really good. Just a quarter of a teaspoon or something.
Yeah,
to a gallon or
quarter of a teaspoon to a gallon.
And that worked really well for finisher also.
That really made them thicken up.
Yeah.
Plus, I did have CO2 going in the room here.
Yeah.
While I was doing that.
Other than the terpenes and stuff, just giving your plant what it needs in the ground, that's the big thing. You know, your strain is going to have just so much of THC, and so you're not. I mean, do all the things you do to help it. It's going to increase THC, more of it, but it's not going to increase the percentage of the THC. You know, like Gnome Candy is right about 18.75 to 19.1%, but that's where it fluctuates. They only fluctuate about a percentage each one. But the things like CO2 and high phosphorus bagoin and Beastie Bloom or the variegated violet 55018 from Jack's Professional, those things really help the plant boost the amount of THC that it makes and the terpenes as well. So just giving it what it needs will help you with your terpenes amount a lot.
Yeah, Beastie Bloom makes them nice and chunky. It does.
That's right. And Gagler, yes, cold gives them color. Yep. Gold gives them color. Makes them put that red stripe or the purple stripe in there.
Yeah, it really puts out the color. David Payne, the girls in the tent. They're growing balls.
No, he's at it pretty well.
We got them all pollinated. We have our Yeager pollinated. We have the Blue Frost pollinated, and the Mysterion is pollinated. The whole plants, I went ahead and pollinated the whole plants, so they're on the countdown. They're making seeds now for everybody. I'm super stoked to add these.
Well, I hope that works so we can add them to
our list of what we got. We're going to do some Acapulco Gold as well.
I can't remember who gave us those seeds, but man.
Are you going to do the Gnome Candy and Mother of All Cherry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to do the one of the Asian Acapulco Gold too.
Okay. How much of the Mother of All Cherry are you going to do?
Just probably one nice big bud.
All right.
I haven't decided whether I want to do the top or not. There's a couple nice branches on it, so I'll see about that. Maybe 2 branches.
Right. So but we are going to cross in the outside garden. We're going to cross our Gnome Candy with
the Mother of All
Cherry, and we're going to get.
We'll see how it comes out.
Some. What did we say?
Brother, did he come up with the cherry candy?
Cherry candy.
He liked make cherry candy.
Those seeds are probably going to be limited because we're not doing the whole plant.
Yeah.
But we do have 4 strains that we're making new seeds for everybody.
Just like to keep the strains clean. That's what we've been working at.
So that way we can add it to our Gnome Candy, the Gnome Candy 4200, and the Agent Orange.
Yep.
And so we can have a wide variety of lists.
Better list.
The
4200 is Gnome Candy, like I said, but it's for if you know your altitude. Like if you're up at 4,000 foot, that would be the Gnome Candy that we should send you because it's adapted to that altitude.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Gambler.
Yep. And Mr. Highlander over there, he's not growing this year. So
thank you, Gambler. We appreciate you.
No kidding. Thank you very much.
We appreciate all of you that have helped support us over the last 3 or 4 years.
With not only with being here, but I mean ideas when we're
right there, right on the bag. Little moth flew in here.
Gotta
get it.
But being able to put out a question if we don't know an answer, we invariably get an answer back from someone, in short order, which is helpful to everyone. So.
But anyway, we're at over 7,300 subscribers.
Holy crap! I didn't know that.
We're just steady growing, guys. And it's all thanks to you guys sharing and liking our videos. We appreciate you very much. And our Instagram, guys, our Instagram is building very rapidly. We have over 4,300 followers on our Instagram, and it's still building. And I appreciate you guys.
It's nice being able to do something. I mean, when you're in high school, you think, what the hell you're going to do in 20 years? And I never ever thought I'd be doing something like this. This is just kick ass. It's fun.
Shout out
to we get to know people all over.
Shots fired. What up, skin sacks?
I'm growing Agent Orange right now. Very good. Got the seeds from my brother. Very good.
God, nice. And remember, guys, if you're growing any of our strains, you can take pictures throughout your grow, send them to us at our email at fatherandsonstrimmingtutorials@gmail.com. And we make feedback videos of all the photos and stuff of our strains that come back to us. So if you want to see your pictures in our videos, send them to our email, and we'll.
Very good. Good lights. With your autoflower though, 420, your autoflower may do things different. I mean, as far as timing when it changes to flower, because it's going to do it by itself. Your other strain may not. It's going to be more, unless you know it's female already, it might be on a different timing. So you may have to separate the two later, just because one will bud, and your autoflower should be done in like 90 days or something like that from beginning to end.
Yeah.
A lot of people just forget that those things are made to sit in a windowsill. They are. Just sit in your windowsill with the rest of the flowers.
Worldwide stoners. That's what we are right now. We're worldwide stoners. You know what? What FC series light do you have for 20 dark grower? I really want to try the FC series lights from Mars Hydro. And
are they bigger than this one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that fit their space really well.
They're a little more wider.
Oh, okay.
They're more like a 4x4, I think.
Oh, okay.
Or a 3x4.
Cool.
What I am asking is, do you have a fan dedicated to exhausting from the room, making a negative airflow in the room?
Making a negative. You mean?
Do I have a dedicated fan dedicated to
the room?
Well, this one appears specifically for drawing out all of the air.
Yeah, whatever air is in there.
I'm not sure if that's what you mean.
But he does have, a good intake, down low, and that's something you need. You can get HEPA filter things to cover either end, like your intake. You can have a HEPA filter over the end of your vent, and that stops, pollens and bugs and everything from coming in. I always have a fan on the exhaust, because that's, like I said up here, that's what really pulls all the heat out. Even if that shuts off, you should have like 3 fans or something on your table just to move air. So.
Oh, just that can bring down your humidity.
Yeah.
Cameo, what's up, Cameo?
Good evening.
Glad you could make it. Thanks for joining. Just a strong mini box fan pointing toward the closet doorway.
Yeah.
I would try to get another one inside your closet.
Yeah. If you're just pointing towards the door or something like that, you can get yourself just some little air duct, and even if that's where your fan is, you can, like flexible stuff, you can bend it and put the end up higher where it will draw from up there and, pull the air down through your doorway. You can get a whisper fan or something to put in the corner, mount it in the corner of your door. Yeah,
even
work
those
really good.
Even those clip-on like 6-inch fans.
Yeah,
even those work great.
Yeah, for moving around on your deck, absolutely.
If you're limited on space, small fans are key.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes. Gambler, if you do that, it will help. Yep, 3 fans in the tent with AC T6. AC
cool.
T6. T4 on the ground for scrubbing.
Very good.
Very nice. Hey, I have a light coming next week, but
no tent.
No tent, just extra bedroom. Hey, extra bedroom's cool.
That's right.
Never have grown inside. You think it is okay with no tent?
I was just going to suggest get a roll of Mylar.
The roll of Mylar.
Yeah, and you can get some PVC in some corners. Just build your own little framework. But yeah, you could do that, and then just with like this aluminum Mylar, just make your own walls and top. That'll keep the light in where your plants are. See this? That way, the light you're using to grow your plants can stay in close to the plants, a shorter reflection, and instead of having light go out all over your whole room, you can get a roll of Mylar 4 foot.
Yeah, it's 4 foot by 100 feet
for like
$30 on Amazon.
$30, and PVC. Believe me, there'll be more than you need. For 2 or 3 tents if you want to build on one roll.
That one roll will last
a
couple years.
Yeah. So, and believe me, having that reflection shorter from your light and around your plants is way better. Way good idea.
I swear by Panda Film myself as well. Oh, you buy Panda Film? I don't think I've ever heard of that one. Is that similar to
Panda
Mylar?
Film? Or is that just a company, Preston?
It's got to be similar to Mylar. And I do believe we have, I want to say we do have those rolls of Mylar on our website.
Okay.
Make or get trays for water. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, if you're in a bedroom, I would either put like something down.
Oh yeah,
Waterproof
on the floor, absolutely.
Like chunk of vinyl or something. And I would definitely put some Mylar up on the walls.
That, and get for underneath each plant, you can get yourself a tray. Just don't make it too small. I mean, for the pot, give it some room so you can see water levels and have water to go out.
If you have like 5-gallon fiber pots like this, you're gonna want like maybe
16-inch across.
Yeah.
Tray underneath.
You're definitely gonna want
larger
water trays. It is similar, but it's white on the backside and black on the other. Oh, that's cool.
Turn the white side inside. Yeah, good white will reflect also.
It helps spread the light. Nice.
That's right.
That's pretty cool too.
Let's see.
Good to know, Preston.
Let's see, Dark Grower. Let's see. How can I be a patron? I have to follow the channel for almost 4 years now.
How can I be your patron? I follow the canal for the channel. Want to support. Excellent. Send us an email, 420darkgrower at fatherandSonsTrimmingTutorials@gmail.com, and we will talk about that.
See, do you have greenhouse plastic on your website? You mean
plastic
polymer to cover your greenhouse with?
Actually, I do need to get that website from you.
Oh, for the polymer?
I can probably find some, but I will put that on our website. If you guys use specific stuff in your grow, because a lot of the things that we use and we use during our grows is on the website. But if you guys use certain stuff that we don't use, and if you let us know, we will put it on there for you.
You can just order it right up. Yeah.
We want to make this the one-stop shop for all growers, so they don't have to shop multiple areas for
your needs,
for all your supplies.
Yeah.
So one site, everything you need.
An Activist Granny at home, I do have an information brochure thing for the polymer that we have that covers our garden, because it is a UV-friendly polymer. I mean, it does, the sun comes through it, but it spreads the light out, kind of like a white surface would. But it really does work. I mean, I was kind of amazed, and having used Visqueen, sometimes you get to looking at it and it's like, a 54% UV protected. So that's not exactly conducive to your plants.
Right.
So, but yeah, I'll send a picture to Spud tonight or something. Maybe he can get it out to you this evening about where to get it. These people can cut it, shape it, and make it however you want. They can leave it naked ends, or they can fold it over and put hook, eyelets in it for you to anchor it down, that sort of thing. So we're really good. We've had ours for 10 years, and we haven't been nice ours, but it still worked really good.
420 Dark Grower. I put our email in the chat for you if you need that. Gambler, where's the best place to put a dehumidifier in a closet? I would probably, I don't, depending on the size of the closet.
Yeah. If you're doing it in a closet in a room, I would still put it in the room, because your fans, should draw, the air from the room through your tent or whatever, and then back out into the room. So I think having it in a bigger space right beside your tent would be better than just putting it right in that little tent.
Or the closet.
Or the closet, yeah.
Yeah.
So in your closet, if you can get the air to come out high and intake is down low, that's a good idea too.
Yeah. Link in the description. And yes, guys, the link for our website is in the description below this video. So just in case any of you want to check that out, like we said, if you are looking for something specific and we don't have it in there, let us know. I'll put it in there.
Yeah, we'll try. Let's see. Switching from greenhouse plastic
from
Chinese pre-made covers. Very good. Yeah, no, we've been really pleased with this polymer company that we've got our covers for. And like I said, our bed is 125 feet long.
That shit is durable.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are not easy on it at all.
No, we're not, but it's worked really well. So. $13. All right.
And the way that it's rolled up, we don't have to mess with it at all now.
No, we don't. That was one of the biggest things about. Pockets and I rolled it up 4 feet on the sides. It was like last summer. It was like 117 in there. And for days or weeks at a time. And we rolled the sides up so the air would blow through, and that dropped it right down to 90 degrees. So yeah, we left the sides up and everything. It works great.
You also have a sweet zombie photo period in my tent. I'm really looking forward to flip this pheno. It's nice.
Very cool. How big is your dehumidifier? Shots fired. $13, probably the yard sale.
You got a dehumidifier?
That's really tiny. I know they got some really small ones.
Yeah, you can
some really compact.
You can find some good deals at the yard sales. Yard sale.
Something else that I use that you don't see much or something anymore is the Garden Weasel. Garden. I love that thing.
They do have those up at the Tractor Supply.
Oh, okay.
Place. I did see them up there.
Okay.
Yeah. So
yeah, I've had mine for 5 or 10 years, and it's a good way to aerate. Like this much of your soil.
3 to 4 inches.
Yeah, works out great.
So if you're ever looking for a new one, don't go to Bi-Mart or a hardware store or anything like that. Go to that Tractor Supply.
TSC or something.
Go to that Tractor Supply place.
Okay.
The tent is a 5x5. It's a tiny one. Hey, it's bigger than the one we got.
Yeah, you've got 3 in his.
We got that Mars Hydro, 2x4 by 50-inch tall. It fits 3 plants in there. 3 plants.
Adding humidity to the tent. Yes, they are, Glenn. You're right.
Yep. The room.
If you got a small tent, then you're going to have to invest in one of those small. I've seen dehydrators, even like air conditioning. A little tiny box like this now, and something like that would do. Maybe a room like this, pretty good. Some air conditioning. So,
nice.
I have no idea what the cost would be for them. For the small dehydrator or dehumidifier, that sort of thing.
That's what I'll do. I'll put those on our website as well. Put some kind of. I'll look for some affordable, good dehumidifiers, and I'll go ahead and put those on there as well.
I'm talking about to put in the tent, and I'm thinking the big dehumidifier like what we got. Yeah,
great big
box thing. Take up 2/3 of your space. You're right, Glenn. You're right.
So, yeah, because the grow room you got over there indoors, that's like 12? No, I think that's 14 feet long by I want to say almost 8 feet wide.
Yeah.
Or inside of your grow room.
Yeah. No, the deck is
not the deck, just the room itself.
Yeah, it's like 7 by 10.
7 by 10.
Yeah, the deck size is 4 by 9.
4, 8, and then the 2 feet extra on the end.
That's just for the water tank itself.
That's right.
So here not too long, I'll have that thing completed and we'll be able to go with it. But I'm kind of waiting until after harvest. So yeah.
Nice. Tiny dehumidifier.
Oh, the brand is Remy.
Just have to dump it more.
Cool.
I have to run a humidifier in my grow. So dang dry out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People in Alaska have to do that too. I mean, sometimes because up there it's a dry cold, and yeah, it sucks moisture out of everything. So you gotta run a humidifier too. So I've got one at the house and stuff, but I haven't used it much because there's no real need. But a couple of times there was. So.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta dump it more. Hey, maybe you can figure out a way to where you have to dump it, just have it run outside in a bigger tray.
Run a drain line.
Yeah.
Run a drain line to it.
Yeah.
Well,
my like one time that's a humidifier, but no, for draining. I mean, like on my plants, I had the deck capped at one spot to where everything run down, and then I would spout into a 5-gallon bucket.
Yeah.
But that's just for draining, not moisture in your.
Yeah. See, that's the way this deck is built. All the water drains down and to the middle.
But he's talking about what you have to empty out of the bottom of a dehumidifier.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ones we got are something. The trays like this and about that deep, just like that square. Yeah, it'll hold a gallon of water.
I grow outdoors, greenhouses, and 90% humidity at night. Holy shit!
Mm-hmm.
The temp and humidity swings killing me.
Oh, bummer. Yeah, can you put a fan out in your greenhouse? I mean, just ours is kind of on a slope, so when it really got hot, I had one of those like 20-inch fans. I just hooked it from up at the top of the room and plugged it in, and just to move the air.
Push the air.
Yeah, up. I mean, sure, the top one comes like this, but still, all this from here up is hot. So anything just to move the air.
And so, like the greenhouse is tilted like this a little bit, so
all the heat goes up,
rises. So push that air up.
Yeah. So yeah, and the temperature swings. I know they can be kind of cold at night, but like I said, not as long as they're not freezing. If it's down to 40 or 50, that's okay. But the humidity, that's a killer. That's a hard one to deal with. So
yeah,
especially being outdoors, it's not like you can.
It's not a whole lot you can do other than fucking make sure you have air movement. Like
movement, yeah. If your greenhouse is totally enclosed, then you'll have better care of it. Then you could put a humidity machine there, or one to remove the humidity.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But it's got to be completely enclosed. One like ours is just covered. That wouldn't work. So more air, moving the air. You know what? I saw a guy who he took it was an area heater, and it was one of those things. Anybody see them out in the orchards or anything? But one of them smokestack looking things that put out the heat. Well, these were kind of butane ones, but they were like probably 5-6 foot tall, and they were a big glass chimney. And man, this thing, when it kicked on, the whole thing was a blue torch. But up in a couple of his places, he had like fans on big tripods. The fans were probably 3 foot across. But when the temperature got to a certain spot, or down low or something, these heaters, these area heaters, they were just for like a lawn or out where people are. They would just kick on, and a few minutes later, these fans would start. So it would just blow that warmed air down through his garden. I just thought that was really cool.
Wow.
I mean, if somebody can afford that, then do it, because man, it friggin' works.
Right.
So yeah, it kicks on when it gets so cold and starts to warm up, and the fans move the air, and yeah.
Granted, you're changing grow strategies and skipping the summer, growing in the spring and harvest. Hang on. harvest later on. Well, sometimes you just gotta kind of
do it when you can.
if you're having like real complications in the summertime, and that's better for you. Yeah, hell yeah, go for it.
If you need to wait, well, I'm waiting to like middle of June or something to plant. It's still things are going to be kind of hot no matter how outdoors.
Yeah.
But your plants won't be so big either. So if you need to go about it that way, or maybe you can or grow them earlier and black bag them if you can figure out how to light deprive them. Just do that earlier. Maybe you can get done and have harvest before the real heat gets here.
Right.
So, yeah.
If you got a tent, you can do that.
Yeah. Thing is, depriving them of light. You got to be on time every day. Just you can't be more than 5 minutes off because natural light disappears about 2 minutes in the morning and 2 minutes at night. So that's about 4 minutes every day. So if you're just going to cut it right down to 12 hours, just make sure that when you cover them every night, it's exactly the same moment. I mean, once it gets dark and everything, then you can go ahead and take it off, and the moon and stars are going to do what they normally do.
Sun moves fast.
Yeah.
Believe it or not. Well, Earth moves fast. Because we did a little experiment on one of our jobs. We drew a line where the sun was coming through the window on the floor. We drew a line, and within 4 minutes, that sun had moved
several inches,
like almost 5 inches on the floor. That's pretty fast.
Yeah. Grandpa used to have us do that when we go out camping. He'd put an arrow stick in the ground and
the sun down.
Well, then we could do that because man, he'd send us out when we were kids, to catch a fish or spend the night out and build your own wiki up and yeah.
Hell yeah. Nice.
Yeah, the smog pot. Yeah, this was just like an area warmer for a balcony, not a balcony, for an area outside or something where there's people. It was just a heater. But this guy had 2 or 3 of them in his garden. He had like 24 plants, and he had them in his garden. But when it got cold, those things would kick on, and the fans would start and just move the air. It kept them from freezing even. So, yeah.
Any UFO stories?
We haven't gotten no visit in the gardens yet, but we thought it'd be nice to send some home with them. Send them some Gnome Candy home with them or something.
We're trying to grow that strain that really puts you out there.
We all try to do that, I'll tell you.
A lot of growers are pushing up their PPF and going with 11 on, 13 off. Huh.
Yeah, that's a good one. I've always done 12. 12 and 12, and it's worked out pretty good.
Mr. Speckleville, greetings. Welcome to the channel. Ladies are huge. Yeah, these have grown quite a bit.
Or this harvest this spring. Very good. Bi-weekly clones this year. I'm trying indoor veg and getting ready to flip them to outside for flower. Cool. Make sure when you're going to switch, are you from your indoors, you're growing at 18 hours? When you put them outdoors, they're automatically going to flower because outdoors right now isn't 18 hours. So that's something to consider when you're going from indoors to outdoors.
All right. Shots fired.
Yep.
We are in Southern Oregon.
Yep.
Good old Oregon.
We out here in the hills.
We're over here keeping Oregon green, if you know what I mean. I was driving across New Mexico one night, and out of nowhere, you got the probe. Oh.
He was offering bagels.
Hills Have Eyes, part of Oregon. Oh shit.
Good one. Yeah. All right.
Anyway, guys, our next video is in the outside garden. Father is switching fertilizers, switching from the Jack's 20-20-20 to the Jack's 10-30-20
The
Blossom Booster.
Yeah.
And
Giving them everything: bone meal, lime, back guana. The only thing I got to get yet is worm castings. But yeah, you can give them a good shot of everything, and then you can just use your 10-30-20 every time you water. And yeah, the amendments, the dry amendments of guana, stuff like that, you only add about every 10 or 12 days.
Yeah.
So, and for one of our plants, you'll see we do about a cup per ingredient around the bottom of the plant. So it doesn't take a whole lot.
And so stay tuned for that video. It'll be bright and early in the morning, about 9 o'clock. So keep an eye out for that.
I did give him a new update video from today. So they've been at it for like 7 days on the new formula.
Very
and
nice.
Oh yeah, and you can tell a big difference already.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, they're kicking it and ready to go. So
yeah, I should probably do that with my outdoor plants too. So I'll probably do that tomorrow as well.
Okay.
I'm working on covering my outdoor plants.
Yeah, getting them that way so you can let them be for a bit.
Justin, I love you guys. Tell the wife and kids hello. I will do that. Send the best pockets.
Yeah. Give your wife a hug too.
Yes. Love you all down there in LV, Las Vegas.
All right. It was about 80s. Cool. See.
And we got
She learned to appreciate smaller plants. Yes, they are
Yes.
easier to take care of, and they do turn out just as kick-ass as big ones.
like honestly, even if your plant is a foot and a half tall, and you turn it down to flower,
It'll flower.
that thing's gonna get twice as big as
Yeah.
what it is.
From vegetation to harvest, yeah, they do. They gain 2/3 of their size then. So
Yeah.
Yep. The small plants are okay.
Anyway, guys, we're gonna get out of here for the weekend. Make sure hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our next videos, guys.
But no, we haven't grown any Death Star.
Yes, sir. No.
Yeah, the shots
Oh,
fired.
have we grown Death Star? No.
Haven't grown any. We've heard about it, but haven't grown any. Haven't even smoked any.
But anyway, guys, have a great night. Thank you, everybody. We appreciate you guys.
Keep on doing it in the garden. It's awesome.
Hell yeah. And happy Labor Day to everybody.
That's
as
right,
well.
it is Labor Day.
That's right. Monday is Labor Day.
That's why we labor in the gardens.
That's right. Ooh,
Cool.
fuck work. I'll go labor in the garden.
I know you end up finding out that it's like a Zen, your place of
It
Zen.
totally is. It totally is. The Zen garden.
Yeah.
Cameo, thank you. Take care.
Thanks for checking in. That's right. Take care, everyone.
Have a good weekend, everybody.